Once upon a time, in a cozy little village by a calm river, there was this Zen master named Kenzo. He had quite the reputation across the land for being wise, compassionate, and having an amazing talent for soothing troubled minds. Kenzo had devoted his life to mastering the art of letting go, fully aware that attachment and clinging were the main sources of suffering. Folks from all over would come seeking his guidance in their quest for inner peace and enlightenment. Kenzo's journey started when he was just a young boy. Growing up in a busy city filled with chaos and noise, he somehow managed to find inner peace. He had always been fascinated by the mind and the meaning of life. One day, while sitting peacefully by the river, Kenzo saw a single leaf gracefully floating downstream. This simple sight made him reflect on how everything is temporary. Motivated by this newfound understanding, Kenzo decided to go on a pilgrimage to learn from Takashi, a well-known Zen master. Takashi resided in a simple temple on the outskirts of the city. As Kenzo arrived, he was met with the serene image of the elderly master meditating in the temple garden. With deep respect, Kenzo approached Takashi and shared his aspiration to master the art of releasing attachments. Takashi responded with a warm smile and graciously accepted Kenzo under his guidance. Kenzo spent years dedicating himself to intense training, delving into the ancient wisdom of Zen and diligently practicing meditation under Takashi's guidance. He mastered the art of observing his thoughts without judgment and freeing himself from the constant flow of desires and attachments that often burden the human mind. One day, after years of intense practice, Kenzo approached Takashi and asked, "Hey master, I've learned a lot about letting go, but I'm having trouble applying this wisdom in my everyday life. How can I really become a master at letting go?" Takashi gazed into Kenzo's eyes with compassion and replied, "Listen up, my dear student. True mastery isn't just about meditating, but about integrating its principles into every part of your life. Letting go isn't something you do once. It's an ongoing practice. It's like taking care of a garden. You have to tend to it every single day." Kenzo took in these words, understanding that he needed to incorporate the core of his practice into his interactions with others. He started approaching every encounter with a sense of detachment, releasing any expectations or preconceived ideas. He listened attentively and responded genuinely, without holding onto the desire for validation or approval. Kenzo's incredible transformation became the talk of the town, attracting people from every corner. They approached him carrying heavy burdens of sorrow, anxiety, and frustration, desperately searching for comfort and insight. With his calm demeanor and deep knowledge, Kenzo guided them through life's obstacles and helped them discover inner tranquility. One day, Mei, a young woman, came to Kenzo with tears running down her face. She had just lost her husband and was feeling overwhelmed by the weight of her sorrow. Kenzo sat quietly beside Mei, giving her the space to express her grief without any interruptions. He listened attentively and empathetically, holding a compassionate space for her pain. After a while, Mei lifted her gaze towards Kenzo and asked him, "Master, how can I release this pain? How can I discover peace amidst this overwhelming grief?" Kenzo smiled warmly and replied, "Hey Mei, feeling pain after a loss is totally normal. It's important to acknowledge your emotions and let them out. But don't forget, pain doesn't last forever. Just like everything else in life, it's temporary. By fully embracing your grief and going through it, you'll find the courage to move on and find inner peace." Over time, Mei started practicing the art of releasing. She discovered how to embrace her pain without fighting against it, recognizing it as a crucial aspect of her journey towards healing. Gradually yet consistently, Mei discovered comfort in the temporary nature of her emotions, realizing that they would appear and disappear just like clouds drifting across the sky. As news about Kenzo's teachings kept spreading, more and more people started coming to his temple in search of enlightenment and inner peace. Kenzo's presence became a great source of inspiration, and his teachings deeply touched those who were ready to start their journey of letting go. Years passed, and Kenzo aged. His hair became gray, and his face showed the marks of numerous life experiences. He had truly mastered the art of releasing attachments, exuding a calm and peaceful aura wherever he went. One day, while sitting beneath a blossoming cherry blossom tree with his eyes closed in deep meditation, Kenzo felt an overwhelming sense of satisfaction. He had devoted himself to guiding others towards inner peace, and his hard work had paid off. The village had undergone a remarkable transformation into a united community where gratitude, acceptance, and love prevailed among its residents. As the sun set, painting the world in a beautiful golden light, Kenzo took a moment to breathe and quietly said to himself, "Learning to let go allows us to fully embrace life. By detaching ourselves, we discover freedom. By accepting impermanence, we find the true beauty of existence." Over time, Kenzo's fame as a wise and caring Zen master kept increasing. People journeyed from faraway places to find his advice and absorb his wisdom. Kenzo's modest temple transformed into a peaceful haven, drawing those in search of truth and inner harmony. One day, Hiroshi, a young man, came to the temple. He had heard about Kenzo's wisdom and had traveled a long way to seek his guidance. Hiroshi carried a heavy heart burdened by regret and guilt for past actions that had harmed others. He desperately wanted forgiveness and a way to release himself from his past mistakes. Kenzo warmly welcomed Hiroshi with a smile and invited him to take a seat. Without saying anything, he could feel the inner turmoil that weighed heavily on the young man's soul. Kenzo started speaking in a gentle tone, saying, "Hey Hiroshi, you know what? The past is something we can't change, and feeling regret won't magically undo what's already happened. But if you try to let go and move on, you might just find a way to redeem yourself and heal." Hiroshi paid close attention, his gaze locked onto Kenzo's peaceful expression. He desperately yearned for a way to finally let go of the heavy weight that had been haunting him for far too long. Kenzo kept going, saying, "If you want to really move on, you gotta admit the pain you caused. It takes guts to face up to what we've done and own up to it." With tears running down his cheeks, Hiroshi confessed his wrongdoings and expressed how truly sorry he was. Kenzo listened with empathy, without passing any judgment or blame. He reminded Hiroshi that true forgiveness, from others and oneself, can only come from genuine remorse and a determination to change. Kenzo then showed Hiroshi how to meditate, teaching him how to be kinder to himself and embrace his flaws. Hiroshi learned to observe his thoughts without getting caught up in feelings of guilt and regret. He realized that by acknowledging his past actions and accepting them as part of his personal growth, he could start freeing himself from their hold on his current life. Hiroshi spent weeks under Kenzo's guidance, putting in the effort to master the art of letting go. Gradually, his guilt started to fade away and was replaced by a newfound feeling of peace and self-forgiveness. Kenzo emphasized that true freedom didn't come from forgetting the past, but rather from understanding it and using it as a stepping stone for personal development. Feeling more confident in his progress, Hiroshi made the bold decision to set off on a journey in order to seek forgiveness from those he had hurt. With Kenzo's support and guidance, he traveled to faraway villages with humility, seeking reconciliation and offering apologies. Along the way, some people were hesitant to forgive him, but others warmly embraced him. Hiroshi knew that forgiveness wasn't guaranteed, but he was determined to make amends and respect the healing process. During his journey, Hiroshi met many different people who were carrying their own pain and suffering. He shared Kenzo's teachings about letting go, providing comfort and guidance to those who needed it. Through his actions, Hiroshi showed how forgiveness can be transformative and how important it is to let go of attachments to the past. After coming back to the temple, Hiroshi knelt in front of Kenzo with tears of gratitude rolling down his face. "Master," he whispered, "you've taught me how to find redemption and inner peace. I'll always be thankful for your guidance." Kenzo smiled and gently placed a hand on Hiroshi's shoulder. "It was you who discovered the strength within yourself. Hiroshi, I'm just here to show you the way. Remember, letting go is something we practice throughout our lives. It's not a one-time thing." It requires patience, resilience, and compassion. Over the years, Kenzo kept on guiding and inspiring numerous seekers who came to his temple. Each person brought their own set of challenges and longing for inner peace. Through his teachings, Kenzo imparted the wisdom of releasing and the freedom it brings. On a calm evening, while Kenzo was sitting under the stars, he felt grateful for the path he had chosen. The lessons he had learned and shared had touched many lives, spreading seeds of peace and compassion everywhere. At that moment, Kenzo experienced a deep sense of satisfaction. He understood that as a Zen master, his purpose was not just to teach, but also to inspire others to become masters of their own journeys. And so he kept on serving, giving the gift of releasing and guiding others towards inner peace that knows no bounds. The tale of Kenzo, the Zen master who became a pro at letting go, stands as proof of how liberating it can be to detach ourselves and find peace within. It reminds us that by accepting impermanence and nurturing compassion, we can discover the freedom and happiness that exist in the here and now. Let's all aim to become experts at letting go and embrace the wisdom that resides within us. As we continue to explore these timeless teachings and apply them in our daily lives, I invite you to join our community at Zenful Living on YouTube. By subscribing to our channel, you'll have access to more enriching content that aims to guide you on a path of personal growth and mindfulness. Your engagement matters to us, so don't hesitate to like and comment on our videos, sharing your insights, experiences, and how these teachings have influenced your life. Together, let's cultivate a space of learning, sharing, and growth. Embrace this journey with us at Zenful Living, where every step towards mindfulness is a step towards a more fulfilled and peaceful life. Subscribe now, and let's continue this journey of discovery and transformation together.